Hello and welcome to my X Factor commentary and recap of last night's episode, October 31st, 2012. So, the top 16 perform. I was so excited to get to the live rounds. That is my favorite part of these shows, honestly. Like, yeah, the auditions are cool and all, but I just love seeing people perform their hearts out week after week live. There wasn't really a huge front runner from what I saw last night, but I saw a lot of potential, and I honestly don't have a clue who will win this thing. We have the new host, Mario Lopez and Khloe Kardashian. I like them. You know, Mario, he's a little bland at times and a little boring at times, but he knows what he's doing because he has hosted before. And Khloe, you could tell she was a little nervous, and I don't know, she wasn't the best host I've ever seen, but she still brings personality. I like her. I do watch the Kardashians from time to time, so it's definitely a guilty pleasure. I think they are definitely better than Steve Jones, but I don't know. I maybe would have preferred just for one host, not two, because sometimes I don't know. I don't really like two hosts on shows. I normally just prefer one. But if I had to maybe choose, I would choose Mario. But I do like Khloe. She's awesome. But anyways, on to the performances. First up, we had Paige Thomas singing What Is Love. I don't know. I had a lot of problems with this performance. Visually, it looked really cool. She had like the alien hat thing going on, which at first when I saw it, I was like, ew, what the heck is that? But once she started dancing, I kind of ignored it. But you know, I felt like she held back a little. Like, she didn't perform to her full potential. And the vocals were very weak. I felt like the vocals were weak for everyone tonight, honestly. Even some of the best singers in the competition. I think they're just not used to singing in a large studio. And with the in-ear, I think they have the in-ears. I'm assuming they do. And that takes time to get used to, especially if you've never used them before. I wouldn't know. I've never used them, but I've heard people talk about it, and they're like, it's very weird your first time. And it takes a lot to get used to, so I really do think that they'll get used to it. And as weeks go by, I think vocally the performances will get better. I'm hoping, crossing my fingers. But yeah. And then also with all the crazy screaming people, like, oh my god, the audience was a little out of control. Like, I understand you can scream and shout when something happens, like if someone hits a good note or, you know, or something cool happens, but don't just scream when people are trying to talk. Like, what the heck? Like, when the judges or the hosts are talking, like, at times, I would be like, wait, what did they say? Like, I was getting very annoyed, but, yeah, Paige did an okay job. I'll give her, like, a B- on that. After Paige, we have Arin singing Keep Me Hanging On. This wasn't very good, and, you know, I feel bad, because I really do like Arin, but the vocals were a mess. He looked lost up there, and with all the dancers dancing around him, he just looked really nervous. I don't know. It wasn't the best. I think he's in danger of going home tonight compared to the three girls. You know, they're stellar, and then there's him, and this just wasn't very strong. After that, we had David Correy singing My Love Is Your Love. I didn't really like the song choice for him, but he did sing his face off, and I loved that. I think he definitely has she's one of the strongest of the 25s, over 25s. I honestly, I can only see him working with L.A. Reid in the future. You know, Tate, he's country, and even if he does well on the show, I think L.A. will probably give him away to some kind of country label because that would suit him better. And, you know, Jason, he's kinda a joke, honestly. And Vino, I don't know, I don't really see Vino doing that well. If I'm wrong, then, hey, I'm wrong, but I don't know. I see Vino or Jason's probably going to go home tonight, but, yeah, he wasn't that great. I'll get to him later. So, yeah, David Correy, I liked his performance. Very nice. After that, we had Sister CeCe singing Hell on Heels. I love them. They do have great voices, and the harmonies are really cool, but I don't think they're really comfortable in a huge production kind of performance. I see them more of, like, an intimate kind of performer, like an indie folk kind of thing, you know, like, you know, Civil Wars, for example. Civil Wars, they're stripped down. I think they would be really good with just stripped down kind of songs. I think that they can succeed in a more of a stripped down type of performance. And I guess that's what I'm really trying to say. I feel bad for these girls because I think they are very talented. They do have really good voices. There was at times where they were singing and I was like, holy crap, that was good. But, compared to some of the other groups, I just have a feeling they're going to be cut tomorrow. They're talented, but they've had a horrible edit, and they're kind of cannon fodder, and it stinks because they're good cannon fodder, and, it sucks. But I wish them all the luck in the future. I would like to see them stay in the competition, but even if they do stay, I don't really see them getting that much farther with the viewer votes. But we'll have to wait and see what happens. I wish them all the luck. Next, we have Jennel Garcia singing Home Sweet Home. The vocals were very shaky. I think it was really the nerves, but overall it was a really good performance. She has huge potential, and she could either fly with it, or she could just stay at the same level that she is right now. I can see her getting better. I really do. But it's really up to her and how she works. But I think she can do it. I'm rooting for her. And then she really does look like Demi now, because Simon was like, Demi, I think you're trying to create a mini you. But with all that being said, I think it would be awesome if Jennel and Demi toured together. I think it would be cool. They're both very similar in style. Demi, she's more pop than Jennel, but she definitely can rock. She does have some of those rock songs, and I know because I've seen her in concert. I've seen Demi in concert. So I honestly really wouldn't be surprised if Jennel ends up touring with Demi in the future if she does well, like if she won or maybe made it to the finale or something. I could definitely see Demi taking her with her on the tour, and that would be great for her because she would gain a bigger fan base than just the people that watch X Factor. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that happened. So good performance, Jennel. I enjoyed it. After that, we had Diamond White singing Hey Soul Sister. Oh, bad song choice. But even though the song choices sucked tonight, the song choices, they were horrible tonight. Like, I don't, what are these people thinking? Especially Brittany. Like, all of Brittany's Beatrice was okay, I'll get to her later, but most of the performances by Brittany's people, like, they were good, but the song choices were just, But yeah, even though the song sucked, Diamond worked around it. There's a bit too much going around her. Like, there's a lot of dancers and mayhem. But she made it work as possible as she could. And she's really adorable. I mean, you can't deny she's adorable. So, I like her. I wish her the best of luck. Next is Vino Allen singing Gotta Be. This wasn't very good. Very pitchy. I'm not really a fan of Vino. I guess I'll just leave it at that. So, I'm not going to really talk about it because I didn't really enjoy it. After that was Lyric 145. I love them. Yes, they don't sing. They are a rap group, or a rap hip-hop group. And at times it does kind of sound like shouting, but you can't deny that this was so much fun. It could have done without all the background dancers. Because, at times I was kind of like, wait, where are they? But I enjoyed it. I think it's between Lyric and Sister C going home tonight, which stinks because I like both of them. I don't know. I like Sister C because I like their voices, but I like Lyric because they're fun. So I don't know. I can't pick one that I would prefer to go home tomorrow or tonight. But I'll be sad to see either one of them go. I'd be sad to see Lyric go. I'm going to be sad to see Sister C go. I really don't think the other two groups are going to go. I think it's going to be between them, so it's going to stink. It's going to stink, because I like both of them. So next, we have CeCe Frey singing Because the Night. I love this. The vocals, again, were weak, but I thought they were a lot stronger than some other contestants who had all the backup dancers and such. Not naming any names, you could probably figure that out yourself. CeCe is definitely my favorite in the competition. I have a soft spot for her. I don't know why she's my favorite. Sometimes when you get a favorite, it just happens. You don't really have a reason. I don't know. I really like her. I like how she's fierce, and I don't think she's full of herself. I think she's just confident, and I love that. So, good job, CeCe. If she goes home tonight, I'm going to be pissed. I don't think she will. I think it's going to be between Willie and Paige. But if CeCe goes home, I'm going to be sad, and I'm going to be upset, and I'm going to bitch about it. So she better not go home. So next is Tate Stevens singing Tough. He definitely has the best voice of over 25s, but because he's country on a pop-driven kind of show, it's going to be hard for him to stand out. But I did enjoy this. I love country music. I wish him all the luck. After that was Beatrice Miller singing I Won't Give Up. I absolutely loved this. In her lower register, it was a little pitchy, but when she got to just let go and belt, she sounded flawless. So my only problem was the hair. It was crazy and fizzy, but overall the performance was stellar and I love her. After that, we have Jason Brock singing Dance Again. This wasn't very good. He can sing, but it's very cheesy and kind of a joke, and I don't think it was as bad as Simon said it was. Like, he said it was, like, horrendous or something. He said something like that. But, yeah, the performance was very flamboyant. But that's because he's gay, so of course it's going to be. But, I don't know. I think, I'm not trying to be mean, but I think he could be, like, a good performer in, like, gay clubs or something, but not the X Factor. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I know that's kind of harsh, but it's kind of true. Like, when I was watching it, I was kind of like, okay, we're in a gay club right now. Okay. Is it over yet? Okay, it's over, thank goodness. But, yeah, I don't know. I'm not really a fan of him. He does have a good voice. It's just, it's not right for X Factor. It's just, I don't know. I'm not being homophobic at all. I don't want people to think that. It's just, it doesn't work. He's not good enough, Adam Lambert, like, I compare him to Adam Lambert, but Adam Lambert's, leaps and bounds over him. I love Adam Lambert, and he's kind of like, they're very similar in the style of music and how they perform, because they are both gay, and, there is a key part in that. I don't really know what I'm trying to say, but what I'm trying to say is I'm not being homophobic. I'm just saying it wasn't good enough, and it was too cheesy. Okay, that's what I'm going to say. Bleh. People are going to hate me. Bleh, 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 bleh. Okay, so next we have Lila's, but they are now called 1432 because Lila's is apparently already taken by some, I think it's Bruno Mars' sisters or something. I didn't even know Bruno Mars had sisters. I didn't even know they were a group. So, I understand. You have to change your name. But think of a better one than 1432. Like, really? It makes no sense to me. Why have your name with numbers? Like, what? Maybe, like, 1432, like, maybe, I don't even know how to say it. Maybe be like 1432 girls or 1432 dolls or something, have a hook at the end. But I don't know, the name is just pretty lame. But even though the name stinks, I like them. They're one of my favorites. I like this performance. It wasn't their best. I think they're still not used to performing together. They probably were nervous. But the song, it wasn't the best choice. But I still enjoy them, and I think they are definitely moving on to next week. If they do go home, I'm going to be shocked, because I don't think they're going to, but I like them. Just their name stinks. So after that, we have Willie Jones singing I'm Here for the Party. Vocally, it was very good, but it was, I don't know, it was really cheesy, and he didn't need all the dancers wearing barely nothing. Like, they were literally wearing nothing. But, he isn't believable in the first place being a country singer. Then, they put all these girls around him, and I've been to country concerts, and that's not how they perform. If he wants to do well on the show, I think he needs to really put his foot down and be like, look, I'm country. I don't want these dancers around me. That's not how it works with my genre. But, it's going to be hard with the show being so pop-driven. Stinks. I can deal with Willie having backup dancers. But if Tate gets backup dancers, that's where I'm going to have a problem, because that is not going to work. So, country singers don't have backup dancers. They're just not, they don't. I can't think of one that has backup dancers. Taylor Swift, but she's more pop. I don't see anyone else country that has backup dancers. So I don't know. It didn't work for me. I think he's in danger of going home. Then after that, we have Carly Rose singing Good Feelin'. She has an amazing voice, but she's one of those people who she doesn't need the backup dancers. I know I keep saying that backup dancers are ruining the performances, but they kind of are. I had a problem with them last year too, and I think it's just going to take me some time to get used to because they aren't going to go away, unfortunately. You know, I'm a big Idol watcher. I've been watching Idol, you know, all 11 seasons, and, you know, they don't have backup dancers, and I'm so used to just seeing people sing and not all this crazy mayhem behind them that it's just kind of like, whoa, wait, what's going on? So it's going to take me some time to get used to. It took me a while to get used to last year, I remember, and then I kind of, you know, it didn't really bother me as much. But yeah, it's bothering me now because I'm not used to it. But anyways, I love this performance. By far the best vocal performance of the night. Good job, Carly Rose. And lastly, the performance of the night, I gotta give it to them, is Emblem3. Not a fan of them by any means. I've said it before. They just come off as douchebags, but their performance of One Day was pretty stellar. They had great presence, and they were honestly the only ones on the night that actually didn't look nervous. I see them going very far on the show, and you know, I might end up start liking them if they do more performances like this, and you know, keep their shirt on. You know, I like shirtless guys, but for some reason, I don't know, when they take their shirts off, I'm just kind of like, because they're just kind of like, look at me, I'm sexy, and all the girls love me. And it just gets on my nerves, you know, I don't know, it just gets on my nerves. But I do know that they play instruments. I'm not sure who plays what, but I know one plays a guitar, one plays rhythm guitar, one plays bass, I believe. I think that's what I saw on their Twitter. I think that's what I saw. Or maybe it was on Wikipedia or something. I don't know. But I really do hope they bring out the instruments because that will really show that they are a band, not a boy band. You know, it's kind of hard to not be labeled a boy band when you're three guys up there singing together. So, you know, I would like to see that. I would like to see that happen. I think it would maybe draw in more fans. Maybe some of the older crowd, and maybe some men, you know, because right now their fan base is mostly girls. So, you know, I think bringing out the guitars would give them an even bigger fan base. So, alright, thank you all for watching, and that was my X Factor Top 16 review. Who was your favorite? My favorite, the performance of the night was definitely Emblem3, but my favorite has to be CeCe, just because she's my favorite, so, hey. So yeah. Follow me on Twitter at MariaHalien, and see you all later for the results.